Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Modded Fallout New Vegas with Tri-X 2. So, I currently have Highwayman and Raoul with me. I've left the Mr. Handy packed up in the underground hideout. Now, I will only be taking Highwayman with me to Honest Hearts. It's not that I don't like Raoul. I love Raoul. He's awesome, but uh, I just don't think Honest Hearts is really his kind of DLC. I think he has to stay behind anyway, so I don't really see any reason to drag him along with me. However, we do have... I've changed my weapons loadout a little bit. We still have the Mateba, which is because it's awesome. And now we have a Trail Carbine, and they use the same ammo, and that saves a little bit of weight. I am still carrying my trench gun, because it's awesome. I'm carrying the anti-material rifle for a reason that I'll get into a little bit later. And although at 15 pounds it's very heavy, but we're going to take a perk that will negate that somewhat. I'm carrying my grenade launcher because, well, you just gotta have explosives. The shovel because it's a pretty good melee weapon, and you know sometimes you have to dig things up. And the binoculars so I can see things far away. I do also have in my inventory, but not equipped, a lever carbine scope, so that this can do double duty as a quick shooter, or as a not a sniper rifle per se, but a marksman's weapon. So we're actually going to go ahead and head north and drop Raoul at his shack, basically. I could have set his home to another location, but that just feels wrong somehow, so instead I will... Well, thank you for loading in Vegas weather. That's very nice to see. So, yeah, it just seems mean to make him walk all the way across the wastes by himself, and his house is relatively close to the boomers, so we are going to inform that the lady has risen from the bottom of the lake. Then, Dynavision, stop it. Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to inform them, and then we're going to head to the Northern Passage and check out this radio signal, which I don't remember if I can receive here. Yeah. Can't quite get... Do I have my radio off? I suspect I have my radio off. Audio. Yeah.
I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a pit board, we definitely want you.
Yeah, that
On the other
seems to be my
hand,
job.
if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My
This
name
caravan
is
seems
Jed
to be gone.
Masterson, and I'm a caravan
that's
boss for that.
And we are going to go turn our radio back off. There's only really one time to actually even have the radio on. Well, a couple of times, but if you're listening to a radio broadcast, or if you're in, say, Dead Money, where having the radio is essential to survival, then yeah, that's fine, but otherwise, not really much reason to leave it on, especially not if you're YouTubing. Wrong middle mouse button, there we go. Sorry, too much Fallout 4, actually. And you don't really have anything that I want. Nope. Okay. I always like to check, just in case I find something that I do want. I could take some caps. Oh, I think that's about half. And then, yeah. There we go. Oh, and all those. There. That way we just don't have any on us. caps don't weigh anything. Ooh, I could use a snack. I did bring a little bit of gecko steak. That should do the trick. There we go. Alright. Now, I know it's not terribly exciting watching me walk across the Commonwealth. Or not. Like I said, way too much Fallout 4. Walk across the Mojave, so I'm gonna sprint a little bit, but... So, I've actually been... You may have noticed it before. I've managed to cut my weight down to 91, which is... For me, that's almost unachievably low, but I'm carrying a very light ammo load of energy cells for the teleportation device, which does in fact work across dimensions, I guess. I'll have to find a spot in Honest Hearts in the Zion, that's it, to set up a return point so that I can go back there if I suddenly come here and head to gun runners, for example. I think teleport location 2 is still open. And I know 5 is at the moment because, well, Randall's gone. And so we have no reason to teleport back to his place. Right. So we're just passing the 188 trading post. I'm keeping an eye out for Legion scum. Although I'm fairly sure that we defeated them recently enough that they won't bother us for a while. At least not until we get back from Honest Hearts. So, why Honest Hearts now? Well, it turns out I'm ending up doing them in chronological order, all the 4 DLCs, and that's actually fine. I mean, I'd like to get Dead Money out of the way early because it's my least favorite DLC, and I know Sneaky hates it, and I wholeheartedly agree with him. It's a complete pain in the neck, and it's not even because it's difficult. I mean, it can be difficult in spots, but it's not... Ooh, prickly. Cactus, stop it, Vegas. It's not difficult in a... art. This is actual physical difficulty, although I admit there's some swearing involved whenever I play it. But it's a matter of, oh, you forgot something? You're dead. Or you made a misstep, you're dead. Step too close to the cloud, your health plummets. Honest Hearts, on the other hand, is much more... I don't want to say peaceful, because it's not really peaceful. It's an awkward pipe. Not really peaceful, per se, so much as it is more reasonable. I mean, it's full of giant cazadors, and giant bears, and giant angry lizard things. But that's fine, that's reasonable. You would reasonably assume that angry giant lizard things and giant bears and giant cazadors would be murderously hard. That's fine. And they're ever so slightly unpredictable, so it's always a interesting challenge. Oops. Hi. Got you. Is you okay? There we go. Yeah, not a bad haul. Oops. I was sitting here waiting for the loot menu to pop up like this is Fallout 4. I said I've been playing too much of it. I just... Oh. Excuse me. I just don't have my proper looting thought in mind, so I'm not completely out of sync with New Vegas. But oh, sworn that I had. Yeah. Oh, I don't mind. There we go. Because I didn't have any throwables, so all I had... Okay, I had throwables, but all I had were melee throwables, essentially. Throwing knife. I've got one throwing 5 hyper-frequency pulses, and I was trying to switch to grenades that I don't have. Hello, New Vegas. Please stop. Please don't crash. I will be most disappointed if you crash. Hello. Well, we haven't crashed yet, which means it should kick up in a minute. There we go. I don't know what that was about. Log doesn't mention anything. That's from where I packed up Mr. Handy. Alright, so we're heading this way anyway, which is fine. Switch to the sidearm. Now, for armor, to decrease out my weight limit, in addition to putting away a couple of different guns that I didn't need, and I like the marksman carbine, but it's very, very heavy, especially.
Let's dance.
In comparison to say the brush gun, which replaced it. Actually, I think. Yeah, let me check. Let's see. Yeah, brush gun is somewhat lighter. I think it's like 5 to 4, 5 to 3.5, I think. Something like that, but it's lighter and it replaced something else. But mostly what it did was mean that it's using the same ammo as my...
Let's dance.
Oh, it's a... Yeah, Highwayman's got him. Yeah, Highwayman has no problem with melee enemies. If you try to melee Highwayman, you deserve what you get. Ooh. Hey, thank you. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, right. Mostly what it's done is remove the extra ammo from my gear, so I'm no longer carrying two different types of ammo. This is the Immortal Shack. This is a DJ Maestro thing. It's Will of Pain, and it's something that he was going to propose as a series or something. He explained it somewhere in his... Aha. Hello there.
Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Right. Yeah, you guys are about to have a really bad day. I don't remember exactly what his proposal was supposed to be, but essentially they were a group of dimension travelers who got stuck here. Was the gist of it. I don't know why that you. I think he was supposed to change that so that the M variant used the 25mm grenades rather than the 40s. And I don't think he ever did. There should be some intestinal bits from a Viper sniper in here someplace. But I don't see any. Huh. How annoying. Because he's would have a hunting revolver on him. Flavor fuel is always a nice thing to have. And the Viper veteran, who had nothing. What happened is I shot his flamethrower, then that guy picked it up, and then they both got dead. Right, so let's head this way. The one problem is that I'm using this with the jacketed hollow point, which has a very high damage threshold multiplier. It's 2.0 as opposed to the...
Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Right, well, Death Claws. I hate Death Claws. Raoul.
What can I do for you, boss?
I think I need to head on without
Good
you.
call.
I think it's for the best at the moment.
That's why you're the boss. You always make the right decision. I'll just head home.
Uh-huh.
Home to my lonely abandoned shack. In the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Enjoy yourself. We'll come back for him later, I promise. Like I said, I love having Raoul with me. He's awesome, but Honest Hearts is not really his thing. So, wow, that guy really exploded. I think my Highwayman may have hit him just a little too hard. Yeah. Okay, so let's head on to... I always feel bad sending Raoul home. The others aren't so problematic, but Raoul I feel bad about. But like I said, he won't actually come with us to Honest Heart, so he basically spend all his time sitting there at the entrance waiting for me to show back up. And that's just kind of mean. It's even meaner than actually sending him back to his house. Oh, you know what? We want to go ahead and report to Mother Pearl. Tell her the news about the lady in the water, and then we can head on. Honest Hearts. I like Honest Hearts. I've mentioned this before, I know. But out of all the DLC, Honest Hearts is probably my second favorite.
Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick.
I believe you said you'd double my money?
Yep.
That was 400 caps.
Sorry about it.
Thank you very much. I could have lied and gotten the extra money, but I don't actually need it. But I did make a bet with him, and I will be taking my money. Thank you very much. So, right, I talked to Mother Pearl. Yeah, Honest Hearts is my second favorite DLC. Awkwardly, I like it more than, say, The Pit, but I just... Okay, no, let me try that again. It's very similar to The Pit in its design, in that there's no real perfect answer. Okay. Oh, those are aircraft. Okay, gotcha. There's no perfect answer. You're not going to make everybody happy. Hello, Mr. Missile Launcher.
I can't believe we may see the super fortress built in my lifetime.
Yeah, rebuilt. But that's okay. It actually works in Honest Hearts, whereas I never thought it did in The Pit. Which it would Fallout 3 DLC if you're not aware of that. Although you should be, because it's an awesome game and an awesome DLC, even if it's not my favorite. In The Pit, you had one particular choice that you had to make, and it could go one of, well, technically three ways, but one was incredibly evil, and the other two were simply not very nice. Oh, that is not the door I thought it was. Right. Oops, wrong. Okay, that's not a back entrance. Fair enough. Well, one was completely evil, and then the other two were not nice choices. And I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but if you're interested, many a true nerd did it during his You Only Live Once run of Fallout 3, which is an epic series anyway, although even if it may take you longer to...
Hello, friend. How can Mother Pearl be of help today?
It may take you actually longer to watch it than it did for him to post it. The ballast worked. The B-29 is at the surface, ready to go.
Extraordinary, child.
Excellent. We have to go see Loyal. I think the quest was pointing at us at Loyal, and I've forgotten. This is not a quest I do terribly often, because this is kind of... I mean, I love boomers, but it's a bit of a hassle to actually get to the quest and then get to the bomber itself. And if you watch that episode, you'll have seen exactly what kind of trouble I went to get to the bomber. I don't know who thought putting that platform in the middle of the water was such a good idea, but I'd like to have some nasty words with them. But yeah, anyway, on the other hand, Honest Hearts, none of the choices are good entirely, but at the same time, none of them are so...
It's going to be a dream come true.
Excuse me. Your plan worked. The plane floated up, seemed to be intact.
That's tremendous. I'll transmit instructions to the...
How exactly do you plan to get the plane back here?
I just told you. The robots are going to handle it.
Are you planning to use diversionary tactics to draw their attention?
Exactly. We'll be shelling an unoccupied location in outer Vegas to get their attention elsewhere.
Cool.
By the time they realize they aren't under attack, the plane and the bots will be long gone. The kids wish we were shelling a real target, but Pearl thinks it's wise not to start up a war just as the lady has risen.
Pearl's correct. Well, I'm glad to have helped.
Hey, I'd better get rolling.
Fantastic. I think we have to go back to Pearl now. We still have to do Jack's quest? No, F3. Quests. Yep, Young Hearts. We still have to do that, but for right now we have to go back to Mother Pearl. Which I should have known. You always report back to the person who gave you the quest and then Pearl. But, like I said, too much Fallout 4, where everything's go here, do thing, go back. And it's not, I like Fallout 4. I do like Fallout 4, but it's not subtle, like, at all. It's Highwayman level of not subtle. Terrifying thought. Highwayman meeting Ada. Yeah, that wouldn't go well.
Hello, friend.
I've spoken to Loyal. The B-29 is on the way.
What you have done for us is a miracle, child. You have fulfilled the only dreams we ever had outside our walls. You are a trusted friend of us all. If there is ever a way for us to help you, child, tell me, and I will make it so.
Excellent. Well, there's nothing right now, but... Oh.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, there's nothing right now, but... Oh, cool. More decorative items added to the hideout. I think it's a B-29 model that gets added, which is a really cool decorative model, actually. Right. So, our very next thing, and, oops, hang on, having control trouble here, there we go, F3, we need quests, and, where is it, Happy Trails Expedition, time to find the Caravan Master. We did get a boomer flight suit and a hat. Let me... Oh, we're also wearing... this is what we're wearing, by the way. Authority glasses, a bounty hunter duster, and a sheriff's hat. Oh, and our tactical harness. Let's put these on. Well, the flight suit's not bad. The hat's not so good. I don't know. I think we look pretty awesome like this. Let's see. Did I just see a butterfly? I think I'm losing my mind here. Right, so... Where's the... Oh, right, it's over that way, because the door's over here, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, this way's out. I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. Oh, right, decisions in Honest Hearts. Yeah, the finale of Honest Hearts is one of those that there are many answers, but none of them are perfect. None of them are truly evil. You can't actually have an evil ending to Honest Hearts, which kind of saddens me. Which, by evil ending, I mean you can't actually side with the bad guys and say, screw this, I'm going to murder you all. Or maybe you can. But the bad guys are still hostile to you, so it doesn't really help. It's one of the few occasions in New Vegas where the enemies are guaranteed to be hostile. Vipers and jackals, for example, are going to be always hostile to you, but that's fine. They're a little annoying, a little crazy. You don't actually, I don't recall actually finding any sane or friendly vipers or jackals in the game.
The NCR took back
There
Nelson.
may be some, and I'm just forgetting them, but I don't recall meeting any. As opposed to, say, the fiends, who, yes, most of them are guaranteed hostile and are hyper-aggressive. but the ones you meet in Vault 3 are, while evil, almost ludicrously evil, by the way. They are not guaranteed hostile. You can actually convince them to be neutral. I don't think there's anybody there, but let's be careful here. Now, I know there are tech raiders up this way. I'm pretty sure I cleaned them out before we ended our last episode of Chapter 3, but I don't recall exactly, and I'd rather not suddenly run into a whole bunch of them without knowing it. I'm hearing artillery, or possibly drums. It's kind of a awkward thing to be unsure which one you're hearing. I actually like the artillery sound in New Vegas. The one in Fallout 4 is a little wimpy, and naturally I have a mod for that. It's an angry artillery, but it actually gives it a proper artillery sound. I'm seeing fire, but nobody moving, so that's a good sign. Which is it's not a good sign that I said that that's a good sign, but it's a good sign that there's nobody who's probably going to try and kill. Probably nobody going to try and kill me. You'll notice I say probably because it's entirely possible that I'll walk in and there will suddenly be. Oh, that's right. That's the one I killed in the chair, which is kind of funny. Yeah, Tech Raider scouts are extremely well armed for being scouts. I mean, it's just kind of funny just how dangerously powerful they are. Oh. Right. I like New Vegas' mountains, actually, because Fallout 4's mountains and Fallout 3's all seem to be either tall cliffs or, well, not tall cliffs, but they contain mostly sheer drops without a lot of paths in them. But sorry, thought I heard Cazadors there. Whereas New Vegas, the mountains are, well, yes, it's got big cliffs and sheer drops, but it's got pathways too. And you can actually get through the mountains in a lot of places. Whereas in 4 or 3, you'd basically be facing a sheer drop. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the episode here, and I'm going to jump back to the underground hideout and drop off the stuff that I picked up in this episode. And in the next episode, yeah, I'm going to pick up some more water too. In the next episode, we will head on into this cave and meet Jed Masterson. Alright, I will see you guys next time. Bye.